Hey y'all, Irix Guy here, and I want to talk about the best exercise bike for 2024, and you can see it right here. Now you're probably going to laugh and be like, hey man, I remember watching your videos, if you're already a subscriber, I remember watching your videos from 2020 when you put that bike together, and you're saying it's the best exercise bike for 2024 now? Yes, I am. And yes, I did buy this bike in 2020, you know, back when a lot of the gyms and everything were closed. You couldn't go to a gym because they were closed. And I knew that in 2020 I was getting fat, so I had to find a solution, and this was the indoor exercise bike solution. The beauty of this bike is that it uses magnetic resistance, so there's none of those friction pads like the old and inferior indoor exercise bikes had. Also, since this uses magnetic resistance, it's extremely quiet. So if you're in an apartment, a condo, or even a home that's multiple floors where you don't want to make a lot of noise in the adjacent rooms or downstairs, this is a great option. Even without the mat, and you can find the bike and the mat, expand this video's description and click the link there to find it all. But even without the mat, this is very quiet. The reason I got the mat for mine, very affordable, I got it because I want to better protect my floors. Because when you're exercising on this, you're going to sweat a lot when you're properly exercising. And for that reason, it's much easier to mop off the mat versus, especially if this was on carpet. I mean, if you sweat into the carpet, that carpet's just going to start to stink over time. So the mat's worth it, not because I needed it for acoustics, because like I said, this is a quiet bike, but you know, I've got the mat there to keep the sweat off the floor. So let's get this camera, let's get a little bit closer here, and I'm going to show you this exercise bike up close. And like I said, I linked it within this video's description. So there's the mat. You can see the mat. Very nice looking mat. This bike does have these wheels, so you can roll it from room to room. But now my setup's pretty much permanent, so I don't need to roll it. But you do have that flexibility. Now those wheels are semi-hard, so if you've got a fancy floor, you may just want to lift the bike. Bike's very easy to pick up, you know, for most people. And if it's too heavy, what you can do, see that light there, you can pull that knob out and you can lift the seat post and the seat off. Likewise, you can detach the handlebar assembly here, meaning that all that you would have to carry is what you see framed there. So the seat post and the seat would be taken off. The handlebars and the handlebar post would be taken off. So, you know, that makes it very easy for most people to pick up and transport. Now, one of the things that's great about this bike, look at these pedals. And these are the pedals that came with it. I didn't add aftermarket pedals, although you could if you wanted to. But it's got this side, which is clipless. And that's confusing if you're not a cyclist. Clipless actually means that shoes clip to the pedals. I don't wear, and it's by choice, I don't wear clipless shoes because I had a bad wreck on a bike on the road using clipless, and I'm terrified of them. But a lot of people find them to be the most efficient pedaling experience. But that's an option. On that side of the pedal, you can use clipless. On this other side, you could use a traditional tennis shoe or shoes like I use. I use these shoes, and I've linked them within this video's description. I use these because I got a nice flat bottom that feels great for pedaling, and I only wear these indoors. So they're dedicated for use on my Schwinn IC4 bike. The saddle, the seat that it comes with is very comfortable, although this is a standard bicycle seat. So in the situation where you buy this bike and you're like, man, my butt hurts, man, what you could do, you could simply pull that out, the knob, take this entire seat assembly to your local bike shop, and you can say, hey man, I need a seat that makes my butt feel better. And the bicycle shop would probably be able to easily swap that seat out with the seat of your choosing. Same with the pedals. You know, the pedals, if you don't like them, which I don't know why you wouldn't, but if you didn't, you could put your standard bicycle pedals of choice on here. One thing I do like about these pedals, see there's no screw there. And if you've ever dealt with even some of the popular mountain bikes and road bikes, A lot of the pedals you'll find, they have screws and they just pull apart. This seems to be a continuous pedal piece. In other words, it's built to last. I bought this bike during 2020. Subscribe and check out my unboxing video and then also my assembly video. It was super easy to assemble. The build quality on this is exceptional. This bike obviously is held up exceptionally well, and it uses magnetic resistance. So it's got magnets up in there, and that controls the, whether it's easy to pedal or hard to pedal, to simulate a hill, flat road, downhill, whatever, and that's the knob. So you go to the left to make it easier to pedal, and you turn to the right to make it harder to pedal. And all that's doing is adjusting the position of the magnets. Now this bike does have a built-in computer. Resistance level of 0 to 100. You can see your RPMs, time, calories, distance, level, pulse. Comes with a little wearable bracelet that'll track all that. But you don't have to use a computer at all. If you want to, you can just pedal, and that's the beauty of this bike. Now, if you do want to use it with, say, an app, like Apple Fitness Plus or maybe the Peloton app, see this little holder right here? You could put a phone or an iPad, and you could use that for your app experience. But for me, my thing is I don't know. I mean, I like Apple Fitness Plus, so I just wear my Apple Watch and I watch my TV in front of me that's running, they've got Apple TV on and Apple Fitness Plus running, and that keeps me motivated. But like I said, you don't have to use an app at all. You don't have to have any sort of paid subscription. You can simply use this as a bike only and not have to deal with all the tech. And that's something that's going to make this IC4 appealing for a lot of customers, is that, they just want to exercise. They don't want to get locked into some sort of fitness subscription. They just want to exercise. And this is a great bike. I mean, Schwinn's been making bikes for a ton of time, and this indoor exercise bike is without a doubt the best indoor exercise bike that I've ever owned, and hopefully the last one. I mean, I take good care of this, continue to exercise on it. Hopefully it'll continue to last. And since it doesn't have and now it is magnetic resistance, it does not have a chain. This is, inside there, it's a belt. So this is a belt-driven indoor exercise bike. Basically what that means is, with a chain, you're dealing with all that grease, you're dealing with the pops and the noise. With a belt-driven indoor exercise bike, it's very quiet. So the combination of magnetic resistance, the magnets in there for the resistance, how hard or how easy it is to pedal, coupled with the belt drive, it's very quiet. And again, subscribe to my channel, check out my Schwinn IC4 videos playlist, and you can see this thing in action, see and hear it in action. And like I said, if you're shopping for the Schwinn IC4, what I feel is the best indoor exercise bike for 2024, expand this video's description and then click the link there. I've linked the bike, the shoes like I use, and then also the mat like I use. And if there's anything else you're looking for, just ask, and I'll try to find a link for you. But I couldn't be happier, and the fact that I bought this during 2020, I assembled it during 2020, and at the time of filming this video, it's late November of 2023. That's a real testament to the quality. And without this bike, especially with the gyms closed, a lot of the gyms closed in 2020, I would have been super fat. But since I bought this bike, I've been able to eat and drink what I want to within reason and maintain what I feel for myself is a healthy physique. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're shopping for the best exercise bike for 2024, in my opinion, this is confidently the best exercise bike for 2024 and potentially beyond, because it's been my favorite exercise bike since 2020. Thanks for your viewership and best of luck with your fitness goals. Y'all have a good day. Hey y'all, Captain Irix Guy here. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to subscribe. It's youtube.com
/IRIXGuy. And ring that bell icon when you do to be notified whenever I post another video. Thanks for your viewership, and y'all have a good day.